Try to figure out who I am. Not sure what I'm doing here, and the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Never found somewhere I fit in. Until I met you I was feeling lost, but you're the one who can make it.
This is Sandra Hart at Life Over 60. Thank you so much for coming back to see me. Today I want to tackle some advice to millennials, and maybe down-to-earth advice, not only for millennials, but everyone else. So I hope if you have a family and if you have grandchildren, you probably are involved with a couple of millennials like I am. I have one millennial and I have a couple of Generation Zs. So whatever happens to them, we'll see. But I have noticed a big change in my children and my grandchildren. Haven't you noticed a big change in the world and the attitude of the young people today? Well, if you read about millennials, they have been accused of a lot of things: narcissism, self-absorption, slackers, people who just really are not, don't have the drive that the generations before them have. Well, I think that might talk about some of them, but I know that my millennial grandson is not like that at all. So I'm going to, as an elder, I'm going to try to reach out to the millennial generation, and I'm trying to give them at least several things that I think would be good advice for them to follow throughout the years, if they're willing to listen. So I have put down a list on a piece of paper after thinking about it, a lot of the things that I think that millennials should really consider today. And the first one is to quit worrying so much. Fear is immobilizing. It seems like the millennials need to feel that they are taken care of, that they have a cocoon, that they have a safe place, that if someone says boo to them, they're offended and they can't move on. They have to really think about that, because if they're going to walk through their lives being fearful of other opinions and other attitudes, it's going to be a long, hard road. So see if you can lighten up a little bit and not be so afraid of yourself and afraid of the big, bad world around you. The second thing I want to tell you is that I have learned: don't stop learning. Now, I don't mean that you should go to college forever and build up these huge debts of college tuition bills. What I mean is, don't stop learning. Don't stop meeting other people. Don't stop listening to ideas. Always broaden your horizons and don't stay in that cocoon that's so comfortable for you. Always be excited about life. Always be excited to experiment with new ideas and try new things. Take risks in life. Without risks, there really are no rewards. Try to get your head out of your technology, your cell phone, your laptop, all of the things that keep your neck down. Look up and see the world around you. It's really a great place. I went to a museum recently, and as I was walking through, there were a lot of children in classes going through the museum, and some of them were taking a break by sitting down on the benches. And instead of looking at the beautiful portraits in front of them, they had their heads down in their cell phones. Try not to do that as much. I know it's tempting because I'm part of this generation. I love my iPhone, but I am smart enough to stop and look up at the world once in a while. The third thing I think that you can do now is to travel while you're young. It's so important to go out and see the world if you can. When you travel, you will expand your boundaries. You will understand other cultures. You will understand how other people live. And it might just make you appreciate the beautiful country and freedoms that you have here. When my husband and I have traveled throughout the world, we have seen so many beautiful landscapes. We have met wonderful, wonderful people. But what has made us appreciate always coming home and kissing the ground as we reach the good old USA is that we value our way of life. We value our freedoms, and we value the opportunity to be and to say whatever we want to say. In other countries, they don't always have that opportunities. Countries that are not democratic countries, they don't always have that opportunities. So pay attention to your civics, learn how this country is run, understand your freedoms, go out and see the world to understand other cultures, but also traveling will make you appreciate what you have right here and right now. I was thinking a lot about the next thing because I think I have been there and I have done that. When you get out of college and you start working, or you graduate from high school and you start working, you're probably so grateful for the first job that you get. But don't ever think that that is your final destination. If you're in a job and you're just in that job to make money and you hate it, don't stay there. Don't waste your life. Don't quit, because I know you need the income. But while you're working at that job you hate, try very hard and never stop looking for that job that you love and will fulfill you. It's out there, but you just have the confidence to go for it, and you just have the confidence in yourself to know that it's out there. Write down a list of all of your skills, of the things that you would like to do. And there's nothing wrong with sitting down and planning out your future. Where do I want to be in 5 years? Where do I think I'm going to be in 10 years? So if you are in a job to earn money and you don't like it, right now, today, start looking for the job that fits your skills, that will make you fulfilled. It's out there. So don't stop looking for that job, and when you get it, embrace it and love it and grow within that job. All right, now the fifth thing I think is so important, and I think all of us over 50, over 60 in our generation, the baby boomers, or in my generation, the silent generation, take care of your body as though you were going to live over 100 years. The time to take care of it is right now. Exercise. Be careful what you eat. Read. Fill your mind with knowledge. Take care of your outer body. Take care of your inner body. Do all the right things. If you smoke, please stop it. Don't do drugs, because it will do nothing but absolutely destroy you. You can get your highs from life. If you are in a job that fulfills you, if you have friends that fulfill you, if you lift your head up away from technology and look at the world around you, that should be enough to fulfill you. So please take care of your body and appreciate the wonderful machine that it is, and plan on living to over 100 years old. You know, your generation just might make it. And the next one, I think that is extremely important. I know that we all tend to do this sometimes. I know my children and my grandchildren also do this. But don't compare yourself to someone else. You are unique. You are one of a kind. And as I've said before, you are a limited edition of one. So you can't compare yourself to someone else. You can't compare yourself to, oh golly, he got this job and he's making a fortune. And oh my, I wish I could move and I wish I could live there. Don't compare yourself. You have to know what is right for you. And you have a very special quality that is so unique to you. Embrace it. Embrace your uniqueness and take advantage of it. Everyone has developed skills. Everyone was born with a personality. You have your own unique self. So embrace that and don't worry about what the other guy is doing. It's not important. Focus on yourself and you will be a much happier person, believe me. I know you will. All right, now. Okay. This one has to do with money. And it's something that when I was a little girl, and I know this is 100 years ago, but when I was a little girl, we had savings account in our grade school. We each had a little savings book, and every week our teacher would allow us to give a quarter, a nickel, whatever we had to add to our savings account. And she would take the books to the bank and put our deposits in. So week by week, month by month, we could watch that savings account grow. Now, they don't do that anymore, and I know now because of the interest rates, savings accounts are not what they used to be. But invest in your time, invest every paycheck that you get. Put a little bit away for you, for your retirement fund. If you have an IRA in your workplace, start one if you haven't started one yet, because you will be very happy when you get to be 65 or 67 or 70, whatever the age is that you retire, by the time you get there. You will have been so grateful that you have been able to put away a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. It compounds and grows while you are living. So don't just spend all your money on material things. Oh, I got to have this, I've got to have that. Before you do any of that, as soon as you get your paycheck, put a little bit of that money away in the bank. And if you are swallowed up by college loans, try to consolidate those loans into one loan so that you'll only have one payment and you won't be scattered all over the place with debt. There is nothing more crippling or making you feel like you are drowning than to have a lifetime of debt. Go easy on your credit cards. Don't charge anything unless you can pay them off every single month or as much as possible so that you always have a small balance if you have to have a balance. But try to save something for yourself first. Before you do anything else, put yourself first financially, and you will be grateful when you're ready to retire that you made that small sacrifice. We're getting down to the end of the list now. So, number 8, don't be so serious. Seriously, I'm serious. And respect other people's ideas. I have read so much and I've seen so much in the news where your generation, you accept cultures, you treat everyone as equal except for their ideas. A lot of times, if you are liberal, socialist, or conservative, you do not accept other people's ideas. Do you know that's how we grow? We grow by listening to other people. We don't have to accept what they say. We don't have to agree with them. But listening to another side, another opinion, another idea really helps your knowledge to expand, and it helps you grow as a person. So I know you're tolerant of cultures. You don't see black or white or green or yellow because all of you are equal, and that is an awesome thing. But when it comes to ideas, I think a lot of you are stuck, really mentally stuck in an idea. And that is no way for our country to grow if we don't have a generation that is open to different thoughts and to different ideas. And that, I think, is so extremely important, because that is what's going to keep this country moving forward. It's the acceptance and the hearing out of other people's opinions and ideas, and not trying to shame people because they think differently than you do. And that's extremely important to me. I get so upset when I see how close some of the universities are and how close some of the minds are to these young people who are growing up today. And I'm talking about you. So open up your mind. It will help you grow and be more successful and to be a better person. Number 9, which is one of my favorites. Happiness is a choice. So choose it. Don't wallow in what if, or golly, I wish I had that, or I can't be like him or her. Choose happiness. Wake up, and whatever negativity is around you, and you know this is for everybody, I don't care how old or young you are, wake up in happiness. You have to do that in order to start your day. It's really, really important. You can see something really great about today. If you've run out of coffee and your K-pods are all gone and it's just a bummer because you have to have that first cup of morning coffee, grab a tea bag. Enjoy a cup of tea and pretend you're in London. Enjoy a cup of tea, because tea also is very healthy for you. It's really great for your body. So let's go back to taking care of your body and pretend like you're going to live to be over 100. Start your day in happiness, no matter whether you stub your toe on the bed, no matter what you do that makes you feel grumpy. Forget it. Let it pass, because it's only momentary, and start your day in happiness. And now I'm down to the very, very last one. And this is something that I think the millennials have had a very, very hard time. And I think their parents, the baby boomers, are having a very, very hard time. But let go. Absolutely let go. And I'm going to read what I wrote. Respect your parents, but let go of them and build your own independent life. Now, this is so important not only for parents, but it's important for you, the millennial. Parents, let go of your children. You made it in the world. You left home probably at 18 or 20, and you either got a job and then eventually got married or had a career. Whatever you did, you were not hanging around the house 24/7 with someone doing your laundry, with someone feeding you, with someone allowing you to come in whatever hours you want. That just didn't happen. I know it didn't happen in my life. I left when I was 18 and went to college, and I never went back home again except on visits to my parents. We never even thought that that was going to happen. It was just a normal leaving the nest. And I don't know why baby boomers, and I'm talking to my kids too, I don't know why you are not letting go and encouraging your children to move out and to be on their own. And if you have done that, hooray for you. That's just terrific. But if you're still hanging on to your children because you still want to take care of them, or if you're afraid of that big bad world out there and that they're going to swallow up your beautiful prized possessions, let go. Who is going to take care of them when you're not around? You have to let them build a life and an identity as soon as they can. That's your job. I was once told by someone that being a good parent is letting your children go. That's your job, and that's what you were trained to do, to raise them, to give them good morals and values, to help them get an education if possible, and then you just open the door, you let them leave the nest, and you let them go. No matter how much you love them, if they become strong, independent people, if they suffer the ups and downs of real life while they're young, they won't have so many problems when they're in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. Teach them to be independent, encourage them to leave the nest and to grow. You can be supportive in the background, but you don't have to give them room and board for the rest of their lives. And that's the truth. Okay, millennials and everyone else who can take some of this advice. I've taken some of this advice myself, and I'm still learning, even though I am as old as I am. I'm part of as I said before, the silent generation. We were taught to just sit and listen and be good, put our nose to the grindstone, and just keep on going. Well, it just so happens that the silent generation is probably one of the most comfortable generations that there are, because we worked hard, we were living in a great economy, and we were able to save our money and to enjoy a good retirement life. But millennials, I'm talking to you, you can do that. You really can, but you can't wait till you're 30. You have to do it now. All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm getting down off of my soapbox. But I hope that if you have any people around you that are millennials, or this advice actually is good for everybody. Take care of yourself. Try to put a little bit of money away, no matter if it's Social Security, just a little bit away for tomorrow, and, be happy. Enjoy each and every day. Live in the moment, and be grateful every morning. Hey, I'm still here. What a wonderful day this is going to be. Don't forget to really do something nice for yourself today. Whatever that is that you want to do. Be kind to someone. No matter how big or small the gesture is, it just might save someone's day. And you have a great big heart. Don't keep it all to yourself. Hope to see you in my next video.
It's not easy, but I'm feeling stronger with you. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you, there was no one who understood. Sometimes I